Hi guys, thanks for checking the video out. This is just a quick one to sort of recap on the Masters which happened at the weekend and kind of just give my views on it. And where do I start? What an event. I was a bit worried with the Sunday. I thought it may peter out the way that Jordan Spieth had been playing and sort of dominating the event, that it would be get into the back nine and then nothing would happen, and that's really what the Masters is not about. They always say you've got to get into the back nine and it starts in the back nine. Sounds a bit corny, but that is exactly what happened this time. And I think like this year compared to last year is like Jordan was just in such control of his game last year, and he really did just grind it out and you just could not see him making a mistake. Whereas this week he was definitely not on his A game, sort of tee to green. His short game was really saving him. The Saturday night flew his coach in, so you could tell that he wasn't as comfortable with his swing as he would like to be, and certainly not as in control as the previous year. And you could, if you go to the par three, where obviously he had his misfortunes, that happens under pressure when you're not 100% with your game. I know you could also argue like it just happens. I mean, golf is unpredictable. I mean, sport is unpredictable, but golf very much so. I was little surprised he took the drop where he took it. If you listen to his interviews afterwards, he's saying that he wasn't that comfortable. He wasn't comfortable with the yardage, and he should have gone to the drop zone. But yeah, very very interesting one. I can only assume he didn't like the yardage at the drop zone, so decided to go over there and sort of take line of sight. I'm assuming that's the reason he did it. And again, it just shows you nerves, especially when you've been sort of coasting and everything's been going well. A couple mistakes on 10 and 11, and then bam, it hits you hard. So yeah, bit sad to see, but it is just highlights golf, highlights sport. To Jordan Spieth's credit, I thought his comeback, I know it wasn't good enough, but to make that mistake and then go and birdie the par fives and then give himself a chance at 16, I mean, it's very commendable. And I think this isn't the last we'll see of Jordan. He would have been devastated. Can't imagine he slept a great deal that Sunday evening, but yeah, he showed the characteristics of a champion and a guy that has been at world number one. So yeah, it's that's Jordan. Let's move on to Danny. So Danny Willett, and Danny, what a fantastic performance! Doing 21 holes he went without making a bogey, so that the whole of the last round and then the few holes at the end of the third round. So just a really solid display. What I loved when I was watching it was you could see how in the zone he was. He wasn't fazed by the situation, and that comes from hard work. I'm fortunate enough where I work at the University of Exeter, the physio that I work with, and he works with the team. He's worked with England Golf, and he spent a lot of time with Danny Willett. And he said his work ethic is second to none. He just works, practices. And when you've got somebody with that mindset, I mean, they will do good things. And when they get into that moment, they deliver. And yeah, Danny, the standout one for me was the tee shot off 14, because he just went through his routine, and it was such a confident swing. You could see it in his face that he was just so in that situation, just trying to do what he needed to do. And that it's such an easy thing to say, but to actually do it in the moment is something different. And yeah, I think Danny Willett's Masters victory hasn't come out of the blue. Not at all. It wasn't a fluke. He's been building to this. You see a lot on social media of people betting on him because he was a very sensible bet, and he has played extremely well the last 18 months, and he's performed well in big tournaments. So yeah, this no fluke from Danny, and it's really, in my opinion, a product of hard work, and yeah, just lived up to the moment. That chip he hit on 17, doing that, especially when you've got a lead, it's sometimes easy to try and just like, oh, I'll just nerdle it down there and then I'll take the bogey and I think that'll be okay. And again, you could see he was just totally engaged in the process and what he was trying to do, and just under pressure, that's a very tricky chip, because if you get any sort of hand action going, it's going 10, 15 by minimum. So yeah, that was great. And tee shot on 18. I'm just starting to name his shots now, but Danny thoroughly deserves it. It's a shame with the Jordan situation, because Danny had actually been chasing him down. So it would have been interesting. Let's say Jordan doesn't make the 7, he makes maybe a 5 or a 4. He would have been pulled back in, and it would have been interesting to see how Jordan would have dealt with the pressure. Obviously, that wasn't to be, and it went down in the manner in which it went down. But yeah, what a great tournament, and there's such a buzz around the Masters. It sometimes is hard to deliver because your expectations are so high for it. I think the weather really did help the tournament, actually making it play a bit harder. Last year, don't get me wrong, I like watching birdies, but I think it was just nice to see the guys grinding a bit, and then for the wind to switch on the Sunday and actually then see some birdies again. Yeah, it's if you were directing a movie, the Masters the movie, you would come up with a very similar script. I just remember when it was going down and when I'm watching it, you just in stunned silence, and yeah, good event. I like the Masters. Go on, get some comments down below. What are your opinions on the Masters as a whole? What happened on that back 9? Do you think Danny is a deserving winner? What do you think Jordan will do in the next one? So you think when Rory had his implosion, he then won the US Open in the next major, when people said he would be devastated and he wouldn't be able to come back? I would say the way that Jordan dealt with it, granted he's going to be very disappointed and very upset, but sorts his long game out. US Open, could he be the winner? Go on, get some comments down below. Thanks for watching. Catch you soon.